Well, race number 6 on the program is the Mind Social Club Handicap 1200 metres, a 0 to 90 race. And the horses that we'll take a look at in replay include Dress Suit from the trials, Hom's last run, Catch Up again with Stephen Parnham, and Burnsy is resuming. And we'll have a look at his last performance, which is a while ago now. Drifter last start was third to Mr. Diagnosis in that 1200 metre race. Wasn't a bad run. River Mister's changed stables since the Greys' last performance for George Daly. King of the Stalls, a race second up, was beaten only 4 3/4 lengths, and we'll get a comment off you about its chances. Dion, trained of course by Louis. Mathalo was too far down the track to be true last start, and Far Horizons makes its WA debut for Adam Durant, another one of these Melbourne horses with pretty good form. But we go to Belmont Park Trials and have a look at the run of Dress Suit.
Before the turn, Amishi's going to be 4 deep, cornering for home. Well back was La Escapade second last, and last was Creole Spice in the straight. And the leader was Oi Aussie. It's Oi Aussie leading by about a half a length. On the outside under the whip was Brother Blue giving chase and getting on terms now. 2 lengths away. Starting to pick up some ground was Dress Suit. It's really finishing it off pretty well now. And then Winsfield's Farm. Dress Suit is after Brother Blue. Brother Blue responding. Dress Suit's going to make a dive, and it's nearly a dead heat between Brother Blue and Dress Suit. Couldn't split them.
Well, it was a good effort, Dress Suit, at the trials. He dug deep and beat an okay field, but his form in the West hasn't been sensational.
No, that's a fair comment. Let's now go and have a look at Hom last week. He loomed up to win this race a few times.
And they're homeward bound, and Tumbler brings them around the home corner. It's Tumbler straightening a length over Volition. Star Trek following its stablemate through on the fence. 2 lengths away, Hom, Maximus, Moneyus, Bold Ransom, and letting down Wild Frankie. Tumbler, though, shakes them off. Inside the 200, he had pinched 2 lengths on Hom, Bold Ransom. Star Trek, they beat off Volition. Oscar Wildly running on Bold Ransom, and now Hom in the middle coming, and here's Talk to the Wall. Sky Spirit from nowhere. Bold Ransom hits the lead, though, close to home, and it'll be Bold Ransom in the last. Bold Ransom got up the score from a blanket finish.
Well, I don't know what we can say about this horse, Marty. He's a bit of a pretender, really. He looked like he was going to win that race 3 or 4 times up the straight, but I don't think he wants to.
No, he has really become a real worry for George Daly. They knocked back big money for him earlier on in his career, and he just doesn't seem to want to win races, and that's a fair comment. Stevie Parnham's got the ride on Hom. Let's have a listen to what he's got to say.
What sort of feel does the horse give you? He just doesn't seem to be in the same sort of form as he was last campaign.
He's run some nice races this time in without being brilliant. That's why we thought perhaps the 1400 could be the way to go, because he just hasn't been able to sprint when we've asked him. So perhaps he may just need to be wound up a bit in his race.
That may have been a harsh comment because in reality he wasn't beaten too far last start.
No, he wasn't. He was still running second right up to the last 50 metres the other day. So, you know, hopefully he's freshened up for the week, and we see a good horse this time.
Let's now have a look at the exciting Burnsy in replay.
Coming to the turn, gee, Burns, he's a mile off them. He's a minute from these leaders and struggling around the corner. You know it, balanced up at the 300 though, clear of Upgrade and I McCann. Then Great Destiny, Burnsy from a long way back, but still about 7 lengths off them. You know it, pitched a nice lead. 150 metres out, you know it, in front of Upgrade. I McCann, Burnsy flying. You know it, stopping Upgrade. Burnsy charging, you know it, clinging on though. You know it, diving Upgrade. You know it, may have fallen in from Upgrade. Burnsy made up a massive amount of ground to run third.
Well, he got out when it was all over, Burnsy, last start. His last run, last preparation. It was a good effort, but I think he would have nearly won the race had he got a crack at him earlier.
Oh, without a doubt. It was a day where you had to be on pace as well, so it was one of those against the bias type runs. It was a real eye-catcher. Selections here in race 6, it's all Burnsy for me. I think he'll round this mob up. They've all had their chances, and he's on the way through. And I know the speed map. I've had a look at your speed map, Dion. He'll be back last, and just, Robbie Marcoux needs to time his run, and he'll be winning. 6 Hom, I'm not completely selling out on him. This could be his race, and 8 Far Horizons probably has to go in for the simple fact that all the others have had a chance, and he doesn't have to be that good to weigh in.
I'll put the 4-year-old Burnsy on top to win, number 7. To beat number 4, King of the Stalls. An interesting runner, Marty. His first up run, he was beaten 4 lengths, but if you go back to last preparation, he improved out of sight between his first 2 runs. So I think he could run into the placings here in an open sort of race.
Yep.
To beat the top weight drifter, numbers 7, 4 and 1, and I've given up on Hom.
Well, a big cheerio to all of our friends up there in Singapore, and I know they all like getting the Racing Guide. It's the publication you need to back a winner, and it's available at all the usual outlets up there, 7-Eleven stores and newsstands. And one of the features of the Racing Guide are the speed maps, and they give us a good insight into how the races should be run and won.
That's right, Marty, and they've been a big hit. Good reports from everybody up there in Singapore.
And what about your good mate? You better send him a cheerio, former top WA jockey, Mark Yu.
Yeah, he's up there, and I saw him ride a winner the day we were up there and riding well, Mark. So I think our trainers can pull the right rein putting him on your horses.
Never misses a program. Let's take a break here on the Perth Racing Preview.